Scene opens on a vast sun-drenched prairie. A strong wind whips through the tall grass. A brightly colored blanket tumbles through the air. Narrator. On a day when the wind sang a wild song across the plains, young Pika, a spirited Oglala woman, watched with wide eyes as her most cherished blanket was snatched from her hands. It danced on the gust, a flash of red and yellow against the endless blue sky, before disappearing over the rolling hills. Her heart sank. It wasn't just wool and dye, it was woven with memories of her grandmother, a treasure beyond measure. Distraught, she sought the counsel of the village's wisest elder, a man whose face was a map of seasons past. Scene shifts to Old Man Stone, sitting cross-legged outside his lodge, smoking a pipe. Pika approaches him, looking troubled. Narrator. Old Man Stone listened patiently, his gaze calm as a still lake. "The wind carries things to where they need to be, little one," he said, his voice like the rustle of dry leaves. "Sometimes the journey to find what is lost teaches us more than the object itself. Follow the path the wind has shown you." With his cryptic but comforting words echoing in her ears, Pika set off, her determination a small, warm flame against the prairie wind. Scene shows Pika walking. A scruffy coyote with a cunning glint in its eye, Coyote trots up beside her. Narrator. It wasn't long before she was joined by a sly companion. Coyote, a creature woven from mischief and dust, appeared with a grin that showed too many teeth. "Looking for something?" he yipped, his tail wagging with false friendship. He claimed to have seen the blanket snagged in a thicket to the north. Trusting his confident directions, Pika followed, unaware that the prankster was leading her on a wild chase, far from the blanket's true path, simply for his own amusement. Scene changes to a dense forest near a river. A large brown bear, Grumpy Bear, is hopelessly tangled in an old fishing net, growling in frustration. Narrator. The winding trail led her not to a thicket, but to the edge of a roaring river. There she found a pitiful sight. A massive brown bear, his fur matted and his mood thunderous, was hopelessly ensnared in a discarded net. He thrashed and roared, each movement only tightening his bonds. Coyote, watching from the bushes, snickered at the bear's predicament. But Pika saw only a creature in distress. Forgetting her own quest, she carefully approached the snarling beast, speaking in soft, soothing tones as she began to painstakingly untangle the ropes. Her act of pure kindness left Coyote utterly bewildered. This was not part of his game. As Pika frees the last rope, a distracted coyote trips on a root and tumbles head over tail into a muddy puddle. Grumpy Bear shakes himself free. Narrator. As the last knot came loose, the now freed Grumpy Bear gave a mighty shake. Startled by Pika's selfless act, the distracted coyote tripped on an exposed root and tumbled spectacularly into a deep, muddy puddle. He emerged sputtering and covered in sludge, his prankster's pride thoroughly dampened. Pika, paying him no mind, continued her journey. Soon after, near the riverbank, she found it. Her beautiful blanket was draped carefully over a low-hanging branch, sheltering a tiny bird's nest filled with fragile blue eggs. She smiled, understanding Old Man Stone's words. Scene returns to the village at dusk. A fire burns brightly. Pika is sitting with Old Man Stone. Grumpy Bear arrives with a large fish, and a clean but humbled coyote slinks into the circle. Narrator. That evening, as stories were told around the village fire, Grumpy Bear arrived, laying a huge, fresh-caught salmon at Pika's feet. A silent, profound thank you. A humbled coyote, his fur now clean but his ego still bruised, quietly joined the feast, accepting a piece of fish with newfound respect. Watching them all, Old Man Stone smiled. He drew Pika close and whispered, "You see, child, you went looking for a lost blanket, but you found something far greater. You found a connection. The path of kindness always leads us back home, often with unexpected friends and a richer heart."